All right, so let's talk about product and quotients in scientific notation. You can use scientific notation to simplify multiplying and dividing very large and very small numbers. So, for example, if I have 3.5 times 10 to the negative 3 times 7 times 10 to the fifth, those are both expressed in scientific notation, and I want to multiply those and express the result in scientific and standard form. So I can start off with the original problem, but then I can regroup it and multiply my numbers, my 3.5 and 7 together. Since it's all multiplication, I can multiply everything in order. The reason I want to change the order is because it's really easy to multiply 10 to the negative 3 and 10 to the fifth because I'm dealing with exponents and I just add the exponents. So 3.5 times 7 is 24.5, and 10 to the negative 3, 10 to the fifth is like 10 to the negative 3 plus 5, which gives you 10 squared. Now, a lot of people would think, okay, I'm done because I got 24.5 times 10 squared. But remember, this number in front here has to be between 1 and 10. So I have to move the decimal one place to the left, which means I can write that as 2.45 times 10 to the first times 10 squared, which would give me 2.45 times 10 cubed, and 2.45 times 10 cubed. If I want to put it in standard form, I have to move the decimal place 3 points to the right. Okay, so I have to supply a 0, and I get 2,450. Don't forget to put your comma in there. Okay, cool. All right, here's a couple for you to try. Go ahead and evaluate each product and express the result in both scientific notation and standard form. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, we're back. So this first one, you're going to rewrite as 6.5 times 8.7 and 10 to the 12th times 10 to the negative 15. Okay, so 6.5 times 8.7 gives you 56.55. And then that's going to be times 10 to the negative 3. Now I have to move the decimal point one place to the left. So that's going to be 5.655 times 10 to the first times 10 to the negative 3. So it's going to be 5.655 times 10 to the negative 2. And then in standard form, I would move the decimal 2 points to the left, and it's going to be 0.05655. Okay? All right, the next one is 7.8 times 10 to the negative 4th squared. I would write that as 7.8 times 10 to the negative 4th times 7.8 times 10 to the negative 4th, like that. Then you could regroup 7.8 times 7.8, 10 to the negative 4th times 10 to the negative 4th. So 7.8 times itself is going to give you 60.84 times 10 to the negative 8. Move one place to the left, so you have 6.084 times 10 to the first times 10 to the negative 8. So that's going to be 6.084 times 10 to the negative 7. That's it in scientific notation. Then, to get it in standard form, you have to move that decimal 7 places to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you'd have 0.000006084. A lot of zeros there. All right? All right. So let's evaluate 3.066 times 10 to the 8th divided by 7.3 times 10 to the 3rd. I want to express those both in scientific and standard form. Well, similarly, I can regroup these and divide the numbers and divide the powers of 10. So 3.066 divided by 7.3 is going to give you 0.42, and 10 to the 8th divided by 10 cubed, subtract the exponents, you get 10 to the 5th. Now again, a lot of people would stop there, but be careful. This number, 0.42, is not a number between 1 and 10. So you have to move the decimal point one place to the left. So it's going to be times 10 to the negative 1 times 10 to the 5th. So the final answer is 4.2 times 10 to the 4th. And in standard form, that would be 42,000. Okay? All right. Here's a couple for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, we're back. So I had to do 2.3958 divided by 1.98. 10 to the 3rd over 10 to the 8th. So 2.3958 divided by 1.98 gives you 1.21 times 10 to the negative 5, because 3 minus 8 is 5. And check it out. Your answer is already in standard or scientific notation. Okay, so that's good. Then we just got to put it in standard form. Negative 5 means you move the decimal 5 places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 0.1234521. Okay. For B, you got 1.305 divided by 1.45 times 10 to the 3rd over 10 to the negative 4. Okay, 1.305 divided by 1.45, you get 0.9 times 10 to the 7th, because you have 3 minus negative 4. So you have to move this one decimal point to the left. So it'd be 9 times 10 to the negative 1 times 10 to the 7th. So it'd be 9 times 10 to the 6th. Okay, that's scientific notation. And then since the decimal is understood to be at the end of the 9, so it'd be 9, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's 6 zeros. And in standard form, it'd be 9 million. Pretty cool, huh? You can say yes, that's fine. Okay. All right, so let's check out a real world example. In the United States, a CD reaches gold status once 500,000 copies are sold. A CD reaches platinum status once 1 million or more copies are sold. Express the number of copies of CDs that need to be sold to reach each status in standard form, standard notation. Well, 500,000 is kind of part in words and part in numbers. So 500,000 would be written like this, and 1 million written like that. Now I want to write each number in scientific notation. So to get the decimal point to be one number behind the 5, or 1 point behind the 5, I would have to move the decimal 5 points over. So it'd be 5 times 10 to the 5th. And 1 million, I have to move it over 6 places. So it's 1 times 10 to the 6th. How many copies of a CD have sold if it has gone platinum 13 times? Write your answer in scientific in standard form. Well, all I have to do is multiply either of these by 13. So a CD reaches platinum once it sells 1 million records. Since the CD has gone platinum 13 times, you can multiply by 13. So 13 times 1 times 10 to the 6th would be 13 times 1 times 10 to the 6th, which is 13 times 10 to the 6th. That's almost scientific notation. I just have to move the decimal over 1 point. So get 1.3 times 10 to the 7th. Now I can write that in standard form. Just move the decimal over 7 times, and you guessed it, 1 million times 13 is 13 million. All right, here's one for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, we're back. Suppose a satellite radio company earned 125.4 million in 1 year. Write this number in standard form. Well, 125,400,000. Okay, I'm going to put B down here. In scientific notation, it'd be 1.254 times 10 to the, well, how many places would I have to move it? Well, each comma represents a group of 3, so it'd be 3, 6, And then I wouldn't want to go all the way to 9 because that would put the decimal in front of the 1. I want it right here. So 3, 6, 7, 8 places. So it's 1.254 times 10 to the 8th. The following year, the company earned 2.5 times the amount earned the previous year. Determine the amount earned. Write your answer in scientific and standard form. So all I have to do is multiply that by 2.5. Okay, so I can regroup the 2.5 times the 1.254, like that. So 2.5 times 2.5 times 1.254 is equal to 3.135 times 10 to the 8th, which is 3135. So that would move it 1, 2, 3. I could go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So put my commas in. So $313,500,000. So this is scientific notation here, and this is standard form right there. All right, guys, that's it for this section. Thanks for your time and attention. As always, reach out to me if you have any questions and continue on to your assignment. Take care.